Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2 of episode 2 of Advanced Basics. Right now we left off on this, and I left off saying that we were gonna do the walking animation on the rigs. So let's do that right now. But of course, we already did this animation, so right now, let's make a new one. We have this, so let's do once you have that, just select the frame rate like last time. Do 72. No, 72. There we go. Create. We should still be in a black void, except we have nothing, so we're on a blank slate. Right now, walking's gonna be hard when you're literally in a white void. So let's select the floor. Luckily, I have a odd floor, so let's see where it is. We gotta unselect that. Actually, let's go to workshop. Should be here. Should be here somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta go somewhere. Hold on. You know what? Let's just use this. Let's see. Skin 7. I can teach you about the skins now. Right now, let's go with skin 7, the smooth outline. And if you want a larger floor, you can just do what I taught you in part 1, add scale to platforms, and then raise it up. There you go. Now we have a platform for our model. Let's get that mill model we used to have. And then we can teach you about the rigs. Here he is. That was the wrong one. We have to go for that old one because we already know how to move that now. I keep selecting the wrong one. Sad. But yeah, let's just select this model. This time don't click off of it. There we go. Let's lower the root transform all the way down to the floor where the boots touch. There you go. As we're making a walking animation, let's move that down. Now we still have the bones. As you remember last time, we select the rig. There we go. Now, of course, let's move this a bit. And here's one of the bones, the elbow. If you move the elbow bone, it moves the literal elbow. Right now, I suggest putting it as far as to his back, that way you have this. Right now, I'm not really good with walking animations, but sometimes I can make them look good, just moving. Also, back before, if you move the pelvis, it'd move the legs and the body, which you don't want. But now, it just moves the body, which is great, because that's what we use for the walking animation now. So anyways, let's get the hands extended out. The clavicles are now collarbones, which is nice. We still have basically everything. Oh yeah, we have a new bone in the hips, which just the pelvis, but instead of moving the body, it moves the legs now, which is helpful for making better animations. Now let's move the legs a bit. Now it kind of looks like it's just was already walking before, taking a stance. I have a basic little movement. So let's just make the spine movements. There we go. And now, here's the first step. First, you move the pelvis. As you see, his left leg is back, so we start with that one first. We go to keyframes, then we move the pelvis up. We do this, we move it a bit forward, move it up. As you can, oh yeah, there's a bit of a thing with this rig as well. If you go all the way up, the feet just move up with it. That's what you don't want. So let's go back. And now we go. Now we have to do this. Then we do this. Now we have to do this. Then we do that. Now that looks a bit slow, so let's fasten it a bit. walking is fast, so we have to make it faster. Like that. Now let's make the leg move. I recommend doing this. Once you move the pelvis, you go up, but you do this. Oh yeah, actually, hold on. I have an idea. I do this with it. Right now, here's where the toes come into progression. You can move the toes up when you mash the feet into the floor. That way it makes it look like he's about to walk. And this is where this option comes in, because you have this thing, so it just goes to the side. So you can do this. Of course, that's not as good as I wanted, so let's fix that. We want it as smooth as we can get and as fast. Let's move that a bit up so it's a lot smoother. There we go. Right now you have one foot moved. Let's move this because the pelvis ends early with this, so there we go. Let's move the toe to make it more fully fledged. And there we go. Now it looks better. Of course, we're going to move the upper body second. So let's point it right here. We want the whole body to go right into the center. So let's do that. So now we just do the same for this one. Let's move this up. There we go. Okay, that looks so weird. Sorry. It's there. No, we don't want the leg to do that. It looks like it's not working. Sometimes this is weird because sometimes it doesn't work as I want it to. As you can see, it looks like it's moving unfamiliarly. Let's remove these two things to make it look like it's still moving even after you take the first step. There we go. Then we remove this foot now. Oh yeah, and I recommend doing this. Once your foot's about to land, just do this. Just move the leg up a bit, make the toe floor into the ground. That way it looks like he's just getting ready to move. And then it's time to move him. There we go. Then we move the foot down. There we go. Then we floor it into the ground again. There we go. Now we do this. Make the toe smash into the ground. And there you go. From a closer point when you don't look at the upper body, it's pretty smooth. But just without the toe moving. Hold on. Let's fix the toe too. This is what you have to do when this part comes up. Make the tone move. Hold on, we have to fix the foot a bit. It goes into the ground way too much. We have to fix that. There. Now the only part I don't like is when the foot moves like that. So let's lower it a bit more. Almost like that. Except we gotta do it a lot more. There. Yeah, let's start moving the hips as well. That way we can get more fully. Hold on. Yeah, this is what I was having a problem with. If you look closely, it does that weird thing. Where that actually looks kind of weird. Oh yeah, this is where I can introduce a bit of the rigs as well. There's the knees as well. I suggest pointing them forward. That way they're ready to go. But of course, there's some problems, like when the leg moves, it does this weird thing that I don't like. So you have to move it again to make it seem normal. Why is that doing that? Let's find this knee. Yeah, it's the foot. So let's stop it from rotating. There we go. That's as far as we can do that. Now we keep moving. Yeah, I almost forgot. And this is mostly why you want to do this when it's like that. It's because this happens. Sometimes I have problems when I'm making this where when the pelvis moves, it moves too fast. So when I'm supposed to start, it does this. I don't like that. So I've just figured out how I can fix that. Move it a bit more where the toe goes into the ground. Then I can move it a bit more. There we go. It locks weirdly, so let's fix that. There you go. And there you go. At first, you're probably going to mess it up, but that's okay. I messed it up tons of times. It's normal to mess it up. You have to learn. If you want, I can tell you a bit of a story when I started. I'll probably do that to exterminate the silence. So when I was like 8 years old, my first time animating with the software, I was intrigued by it. I was confused at first. I could even make a model, and when I figured out how, I couldn't move it. Then I figured out how, and I literally just made the T pose, and I pushed the model's body parts in together. It was weird. I could barely even make a poster. And for some reason, I actually managed to make a particle effect, a smoking effect. It was an engineer a bit T-posed on the floor with a cigar, indicating the spy stabbed him in TF2. And I managed to make a particle effect of the cig still burning, which is kind of good. But then after that, I think that was around that was a couple years ago. Yeah, that was a while ago. Then after I think 2 years ago, after in 2018, I started using the software again. I had free tutorials. I don't remember which I watched, so I can't show you them. So sadly, but after a while, I started getting familiar with the software. If you watch my first video, the crisp, I believe the curtains were on from Rocket Gaming. That was my first time uploading a video and the first time I made a full video, or a 3-minute video. So I was pretty proud of myself. So I started doing some more. So yeah, that's at least the ending of that little story. It's just to show you that you can do better too, like me. Anyways, let's continue this animation now. There we go. Pretty simple animation. Now it's on to the body. As you can see, it's extremely bad with the body. So let's fix that. First, let's add a bit more hip movements to this leg. And then let's start moving the spine. Of course, we want the spine to look at us, so let's make it look at us. That way, when the movement actually moves, well, the body does, as it's mostly facing us and not just all around. Okay, that's a bit better. There we go. Slowly starting to get better than what happened. Yeah, better. Now let's move the chest so it looks more normal. Of course, then there's the problem of the hands. Oh yeah, I can teach you something more advanced than this. I was doing a little test with, Five Nights at Freddy's model, the Help Wanted version of Bonnie, and then I realized something. What if on the rig, when you set up a universal rig, I downloaded a rig on Workshop, Universal, it helps with, because I can't use this one on it, because it just messes it up and glitches the model out. So I have to use that, which works, but the jaw on the model doesn't work anymore. So then I added the rig on a test. I used the same model as this floor, and well, Well, I used the rig, I made the walking animations as smooth as I can do, then I undid the rig, and guess what? It worked. The model's feet still moved, so I just did the jaw movements, and I even disabled all the body parts of the arms, because as you remember, when the body moves, the arms move with it as well, but this rig doesn't allow that. So that's how I do it, so let's do that. I believe, let's first move the neck, then we can get onto that. Okay, let's go here, and then, first of all, let's save it in case it goes horribly wrong, and detach. Of course, it's gonna lag, so just wait. There we go. And now, as you see, of course, there's no keyframes anymore, so you can't really mess with that animation. It seems like it's pretending. Oh yeah, here's a problem I found when detaching the rig. Of course, the clavicle. Oh wait, no, the clavicle changed. So the only thing you need to fix are the upper arms. This is where you can use, Oh wait, did I select the hand? Yeah, I did. This is where you need to use the playhead feature. That way, now, as you can see, it moves with the body. So all I have to really do is just move the hand. There you go. There you go. Now we just move the up arms now. Let's move this first, because, you know. There we go. Of course, now here's the smoothing things. There you go. Of course, I can probably do better than this animation, but, it's the only one I have right now, of course. There you go. Actually, I have a solution. Let's test the smoothing feature. Of course, it's gonna lag a bit, but there you go. Let's see how better it did with the software. I kind of like it, but the only problem is if you look closely at the feet, you can tell that the feet goes in. That's what I don't want. Of course, I could probably select it, but that's the problem with Source Filmmaker. If anything you want to select, like if you don't want to select the upper arm or and you want to select forearm, just selects it. You don't have a choice in that, unless you actually click the bone. Actually, I can do that. Yeah, well, just a little. This is just to help you guys, not me. So it's just to help the community out and the new people, just like me. So now let's fix this. Here's the hand. Now the hand is the most important one of this. go. There you go. This is the simplest of walking animations. Of course, I'm sure you already know how to export it, so I believe that's all of the part 2 of the basics, so yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I hope that helped you a bit. Sorry for some parts with the silence. I'm just when I get into it, I'm just not that talkative. But anyways, I hope that helped you all out. I might do a part 3, but that'll probably just be with the element viewer, the console, and whatnot. Actually, I could probably help you with changing maps, but I guess that'll probably be in part or well, episode 3. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Bye.